This video is brought to you in part by the EnviroCleanse mobile air system. Truly clean air is finally achievable without compromise. Find out more at airbornesurfer.com/EnviroCleanse, link in the doobly-doo. Greetings programs, Atari here, you there, and this is the ET4 3D printer from ANET. Now you might have seen me do a review of that just a little while ago. You can click the little card up there in the corner if you want to watch that. But you'll notice in that review that the screen was a little hoopajube. So I need to install Octoprint onto this machine so we can get this thing running all right, and of course, you know, get us a couple of swanky time lapses while we're at it. So, tally-ho! Oh, by the way, if you like messing around in the shop and coming up with solutions to problems that nobody really thought existed, then go ahead and click the subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell notification icon. Okay, here's everything we're gonna need to put this thing together. So, I've got our Raspberry Pi. This is a Pi 3B Plus, but just about any Pi past a 2 will do. With that, we're going to need an SD card. This is an 8GB card. That's plenty big enough to install the operating system on. Then we're going to need a USB AB cable, just a 2.0 cable that will connect to the printer. Also going to need a micro USB cable so we can have power. I've got my main machine right here to copy everything, download and copy the OS over onto the card. And I've got this little guy. You're going to need something to do the initial Raspberry Pi setup with. I have this lovely Motorola dumb terminal. I forgot the actual model name for it, but they were making them a little while back. These are actually getting a little rare, so I don't recommend that you run out and buy one of these unless you're doing a lot of Raspberry Pi work like I do. But a monitor and a keyboard will work just fine. All right, so the first thing we got to do is just grab the image for the OS, and we're here at octoprint.org/download. Hit that big gray button that says download OctoPi. It's only about 700 megs, so it should not take very long. We just pop our SD card into the reader, select our image. Flash. Disco. Okay, now that we've got the OS burned onto the SD card, we're going to go into this OctoPi WPA supplicant. So then put our network name in here and our password there. But you're going to put in your network name and your network password there, just so this can go ahead and jump on the Wi-Fi without you having to do anything else. Okay, let's put our SD card into the Raspberry Pi, plug it in. Then once you got that up and running, you're gonna hit up octopi.local, bada bing, bada boom. And that's the setup wizard. Okay, let's run through this real quick. Access control, we're gonna have a username and a password. Keep access control enabled. I don't like to have the anonymous usage tracking on anything, so whatever. Let's see, let's test that host. Okay, everything is ready to go. Enable connectivity check. I like to have the blacklist also enabled, so that's good enough. Generic rep wrap, good enough for this printer. Blah, 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 and there we go. Now, we're not connected to the printer, obviously. That's the next step. So I'm just going to run through this real quick. Generally speaking, when you have this plugged in via USB, you can just set this all to auto and then hit connect, and it will figure it out. Save the connection settings and auto connect on server startup. Just saves you time and headache. And that's pretty much all you're going to need to know. You're going to drop your G-code files right there and hit print, and Bob's your uncle. Now I'm going to have a webcam set up. I'm going to have all that set up. So you just plug that into the USB. It should pick it up automatically. It's not a big deal. Everything else is good to go. So let me put this together, and I'll show you the final results. Okay, we got us a little benchy here, and let's just throw him onto the printer. So Take the G-code that we sliced out of Cura and we just drop it right there onto Octoprint. There it is, good to go. We've got our time-lapse camera set up now. I'm just using one of my old webcams for right now because as you'll see when it starts printing, there's not a good spot for it right now. I gotta print like a mount and everything like I've got on my other printer. So hit that. Yep, there's our temperature going up. And we'll see this thing start to print in a few minutes. And that is how you set up OctoPi for pretty much any 3D printer nowadays. Now, if you enjoy videos about 3D printing and making and electronics and all kinds of goofy stuff here around the shop, go ahead and click that subscribe button right down there. You can follow me on social media at the AirborneSurfer on Instagram and at AirborneSurfer on Twitter. Here is a video that YouTube thinks you will probably enjoy. And to get the show notes for this episode, including any of the links to software or whatever that I use, it's right about here somewhere. In the meantime, my name is Atari, and until next time, tally ho, y'all.